Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be using our bullet journal to create these beautiful meal plan bullet journal weekly spread layouts. And you might be familiar with people using their bullet journal to write down all of their tasks and to-do lists, but that's definitely not the only thing you can use your bullet journal for. And so in this video, I'm really gonna show you the different ways that you can incorporate these meal plan ideas in your bullet journal weekly spread layout. This is actually a collaboration with one of my friends, Black Belt Secrets. They also have a cooking channel with the title Easy Chinese Cooking and an amazing Facebook group where you can get so much more recipe ideas as well. I'll link everything in the description down below so you can also check out their channels for more inspiration and recipe ideas. For the first few bullet journal meal plan weekly spreads that we're gonna create, I'm gonna be separating the sections into the meal type, so that will be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For the breakfast meal plan weekly spread, we're gonna use the page on the left to group our different recipe ideas by the type of food. So imagine having your own personal menu in your bullet journal. This spread is perfect for you if you're someone who likes to have a lot of variety with your meals and you wanna have your own personal menu and not eat the same thing every single day. And this page is really helpful because it's gonna help you organize a lot of the meals that you have in your kitchen for breakfast. And so if you're always rushing in the morning and you don't have the time to think of a new recipe idea, this page is gonna be perfect for you. To spice up our meal plan weekly spreads, we're gonna create a Dutch door design to create tabs in our bullet journal. And so these tabs are gonna help us separate the different meal types for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I also have a separate video where I go more in depth with creating Dutch doors, so feel free to check that out after this video if you want more inspiration as well. We're also gonna pair this with a really simple one-page weekly spread, and you can definitely use this weekly spread to plan out your week as usual, or you can use this as a dedicated space for you to log out all of the meals you've been eating so that you can keep track of all of your eating habits. Now, the next meal plan weekly spread that we're gonna create is going to be focused for lunch. Now, for lunch, sandwiches and burgers were definitely my go-to lunches because when I was a student, I didn't really have access to a fridge, or it was always such a hassle to find a microwave at school, or there was often a really long line. And so I would always pack myself a sandwich or a burger for lunch because these are the type of meals that I can comfortably enjoy without needing a fridge or a microwave every single time. And so a spread like this is perfect for you if you are often eating the same meal, but you really want to switch up the components inside of that meal. And to personalize this spread for you, you can list out the ingredients that you have at home, and that's going to make it a lot easier for you to mix and match the ingredients to create your meals. And so to create this spread, what you want to do is think of the meal that you are comfortable with eating every day and break up the components that you could switch out within that meal. And so in this meal plan spread example, I decided to draw a burger and split up all of the different components that goes inside of a burger. So feel free to try this with any different meal ideas that has a lot of different components to it as well. And even though I didn't get tired of eating sandwiches or burgers all the time, something I struggle with when it comes to eating lunch is remembering to eat on time. And so to be able to help with that, I wanted to create a meal plan weekly spread that can help me track the times that I'm eating lunch. So in addition to the simple one-page weekly spread, I wanted to add a circle for each day of the week. And so these circles are gonna serve as a clock where we can draw in the times that we are eating lunch so that we can keep track and make sure that we are eating on time. If you're a little bit more adventurous than me and you're someone that would definitely get tired of eating the same meal every single day, then you can also use your bullet journal to write out any new recipe ideas. And so that's what we're gonna do for our dinner meal plan weekly spread. Thanks again to Black Belt Barrister for giving me this recipe as part of our collaboration. If you like Chinese cuisine, make sure to check out their YouTube channel for more channel recipes as well. But basically, using your bullet journal is also a really great way for you to illustrate your recipe recipes. I always found it a lot easier for me to follow a recipe whenever I have a lot of illustrations to go along with it, and taking the time to draw out the recipe step by step can really help you get familiar with the recipe before you actually try it out in the kitchen. Sometimes if I get too excited and try a new recipe right away in the kitchen, I only realize at the end that I missed a couple of steps at the beginning and then I don't end up liking how it tastes. And so this is one of the reasons why I really love to be able to illustrate my recipe before I actually try it out in the kitchen. Illustrating the recipes in your bullet journal is also a really great way for you to keep track of all of the recipes that you have tried throughout the weeks. And having it as part of your bullet journal is also a great way for you to make note of any modifications you made to the recipe. So whether you changed out any of the ingredients or whether you added or removed any steps, having it all in your bullet journal can be a great way for you to keep track of your favorite recipes. And let me know in the comments down below, are you someone that's adventurous and likes to try out a new meal every single time? Or are you someone that doesn't mind eating the same meal every single day? I know that for me, I'm more of the latter. I really don't mind eating the same things repetitively, and I know that every time I'm going to one of my favorite restaurants, I typically always get the same thing all the time. So now we're just gonna finalize the tabs with the Dutch door design. I really like to create a gradient color with the tabs. I find that it gives it such a nice look, and now you have a really great way to separate your meal plan weekly spreads for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The next bullet journal meal plan weekly spread is perfect for you if you prefer to split your meal prep by the days of the week rather than the type of meal that you're eating throughout the day. And so instead of splitting it by breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you have this option to split it by each day of the week as well. And I also love to add a little notepad section at the corner of the page because this really helps me write down any grocery list, and I can easily add in any ingredients throughout the week as well. I also wanted to add a lot of drawings on top to give it the vibe of a kitchen. However, you can feel free to take up more space for your grocery list and use less space for any drawings and doodles as well. Remember that this is your bullet journal, and so you can definitely customize it to however you feel is best for your lifestyle. And if you're someone that is really busy, stamps are a great way to add a lot of beautiful calligraphy in your bullet journal in the fraction of the time. They're super affordable and I use them all the time. As always, everything that I use is gonna be linked in the description down below. And for this weekly spread, we're also going to be preparing another Dutch door design. However, we're going to be cutting the page horizontally this time, and make sure to keep the paper that you're going to cut because I'm going to show you a really clever way to use this new paper as well. I really love to create this Dutch door design in my meal plan weekly spread because I can easily use one side for my daily task, and then I can simply flip it to get the meal plan for that week as well. To make sure that the two pages are cohesive with each other, I'm going to be continuing the kitchen drawing designs on the other page as well. I'm also going to be using the same stamps throughout the meal plan weekly spread for this page too. And just a quick mistake that I made while using these stamps, because I'm going to be using the Tombow brush pens, just be aware that the colors don't really mix well together. And so for the stamps, I was using a black color for the text, and I actually wanted to highlight that with the pink Tombow brush pen, but when I actually ran the pink pen over the black stamp, it just smudged everything together, so I definitely don't recommend you to do the same mistake that I did as well. Now, taking the paper that we cut from preparing our Dutch door, we're gonna cut it just a little bit smaller, fold it in half, and glue one half onto our bullet journal. This is actually going to be a little fridge that we're gonna draw, and inside the little fridge, you can use this space to write down all of the ingredients that you already have in your fridge. I hope you guys enjoyed these meal plan bullet journal weekly spreads. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see a part 2 because I definitely have so many other ideas that didn't make it to this video. And as always, if you decided to recreate any of my pages or take some inspiration from it, feel free to tag me on Instagram because I would definitely love to see your post and share it out with more people as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.